this young woman, reporter, who shouldn't have been where she was, and she grabbed me twice. She said, I was jolted backwards. She wasn't, right? Did anyone disagree? Someone had grabbed me tightly by the arm and yanked me down. Did she go down? Did she even go a little down, like a couple of inches? Did she have any facial expression? Now, if she really did go down, if he did something like that, he would have been fired before she ever got up. Okay? That I can tell you.
And Donald Trump is standing by his campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, after he charged yesterday with simple battery, of course, for allegedly grabbing a former Breitbart reporter, somebody who's been on this show, Michelle Fields' arm. So does she have a case? Joining us now, Fox News senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. I look at this. I know what the law says.
The law can't be interpreted literally as it's written, or it would allow you to have someone prosecuted who jostled against you in a New York City subway car, on whose shoulder you tapped saying, can you tell me how close 42nd Street is to where we are?
Right.
It is clear.
That's touching. It says intentional touching.
Correct. It is clear that that type of intentional touching is not and cannot be a crime. But think about this big picture. This is the way a judge thinks about it. The police are required to take any complaint that is given to them, even a complaint from a crazy person. But a prosecutor is not required to prosecute everything.
Right.
The prosecutor has limited resources, and his job is to keep the public safe by getting bad people off the streets.
And now we know he's a Hillary supporter.
That makes it even more complicated. But before you even get to that, can he prove that Corey Lewandowski wanted to hurt Michelle Fields?
No.
Or wanted to keep Michelle Fields from interfering with Donald Trump's movement?
Look, you've been in these gaggles. I've been in these gaggles. Here's what I saw. It was the end. No more questions. And there was a hand in, and that's it.
Exactly.
And people are getting hysterical over this.
Well, I don't want to speculate why people are getting hysterical. I'm not going to wear my libertarian hat. I'm not going to wear my Republican hat.
Judge,
I'm wearing my judge hat.
Okay.
No judge would allow this case to be prosecuted before his or her court on the basis of the evidence that we have seen. There is zero evidence that this was an intentional attempt to harm her, and that's the definition of a battery.
All right. Now, let's talk about a little bit of a double standard. People seem to forget. Let's go. We have footage, for example, of Uma Abedin pushing a supporter after the February 11th Democratic debate. By the way, no charges filed here. Watch this. Watch Uma. You can see right there, and push her aside. Oh, she touched her. Oh, she's touching her. Wait, let me take a selfie. All right, now get out of here. Now she pushes another person. There's another touch. There's another push. And to be perfectly honest, that's normal. There's
Absolutely. It's normal. It's to be expected.
Yep.
It happens to all of us on a New York City street. It happens to all of us in a large athletic or political gathering. I'm sure that the isolation of Corey Lewandowski is being done by people that want to divert from Donald Trump's message, whether you agree with it or not.
Yeah.
It is not a criminal event. Listen, I know Michelle Fields. You know Michelle Fields. She's a wonderful person.
I can understand she might have interpreted it differently.
If she was hurt, let her sue him. The most this is a civil action. Yeah. It has no place for the police and for law enforcement.
A boyfriend wrote me last night. I've always liked Michelle. I don't have anything against her. And I said to him, I watched it 100 times. All I saw was an arm go in. Come on.
The first thing the police asked, when did this happen? A month ago? You waited a month before you filed this complaint? What did they do in that month? They taunted her and they tormented her. Yeah. That is, verbally, that is not a basis for her to bring the complaint.
Let's look at a Washington Times reporter attempting to ask a question of Ram Rambo Deadfish, and he gets pushed by a staffer. By the way, no charges again, in case you're interested. Watch this. Now, see? You can actually hear video here. Now watch the push.
Where's good move. Now, what is this? What is this? This is Chicago Press, 101.
See? Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness, he was pushed. Here's the thing. It's admirable. Even though they say no more questions, a good reporter is still going to go in with that last question.
Correct.
That's their job. But it's also the job of the team around the candidate to protect them and say, get out of the way. We're done.
And reporters understand that, and judges ought to understand it. I don't blame the police. They're required to take a complaint. But if a judge allows this thing to go to trial, either the judge has a political motivation or he or she is not doing their job.
Judge, I grew up in a different era. I mean, we used to drop gloves, playing hockey, and fight every day. That is not an assault. That is not anything.
That is the moral equivalent of, where's 42nd Street?
Yeah. All right, coming up next.